So last but not least, it's the men's doubles. Singapore taking on Malaysia. We're not far from the causeway here as well. Danny Krishnanta and Chayat Triachat taking on Go Vishem and Lim Kim Wah. Well, Malaysia's hopes have always rested all day in these two hands. There's not been a Malaysia Grand Prix gold event, and it's the 6th edition without a Malaysian win. Defending their title. Not much support for them. Might get a bit louder here. The defending champions, winners of the Malaysian Open Super Series event as well early in the year. They're the favourites. They're certainly the home favourites, that's for sure. Well, the atmosphere's built up nicely throughout the day. It could build to a crescendo, couldn't it, here? Okay, well, let's look at what we got here. We've got two pairs that have met before. They met at the start of 2012, though, so over 2 years ago at the Korea Open. Go and Lim won in straight games, 21-15, 21-18. So they have that behind them as well. They're defending their title. They've got the crowd behind them. It's a lot for Chayat Triachat and Danny Krishnanta to put up with. The world number 15 pair. At one point yesterday, it looked like they'd go out, but here they are, the number 2 seeds. After the Super Series win they had in Malaysia, it's been a little disappointing since then, but it could end with another win here on home soil today. Here's their seeding once again. As you can see, 9 wins, 3 losses before this week. Those losses, though, mainly coming against Matthias Bo and Christian Mogensen, the Danish pair. I reckon if you play an opponent too many times, it becomes a bit of a psychological battle. But look at that yesterday against Marcus Kidio and Gideon Finaldi. They lost the first game. They were struggling in the second as well, but they turned it around really well. Got the crowd behind them. Also came through against Tian Chu, their Malaysian counterparts, in round 2 in 3 games. So they've had their problems, but they've come out on top every time so far. As for the Singapore pair of Chayat Triachat and Danny Krishnanta. Krishnanta there over the right-hand side did well in the mixed doubles as well, got to the semi-finals, as you can see. 281st in the world, and that's because they really haven't played in too many international events, although they've been a pair really for a long time. So they do have a lot of experience, go back quite a few years, but their only other event this year was in the Malaysian Open. They lost in the first round. Here's their route to the final. They played in the last match on court 1 yesterday, and it was a very good second game. As you can see, went to 26-24 before they came out on top eventually. Their previous 2 matches have gone to 3 games. Well, will Malaysian faces be smiling come the end of finals day? Let's hear from our umpire, who is Eddie Susanto. And Ponsacom Ravi Panasub is the service judge alongside him. Beat Koo and Tan in the final last year. No longer together, of course. Tan with his new partner making it as far as the quarterfinals. They have split their partnership twice in the past. But this really would be a wonderful moment if they could pick up the spoils here. Can they keep that support this loud? I suppose if they play really well, they might make it even louder. So the final match of the day, and it's a mouth-watering prospect. Go and Lim off to the perfect start. Into the net from Lim this time. Try to chart the bigger of the two Singaporeans, although Krishnanta really is hails from Indonesia. Came to Singapore in 2007. Well, not much in the shape of rallies so far in these opening 4 points. Snatched at that, maybe you can understand the beginning of a final. Eager, good flick serve. Covered well to get it, Lim. Left it well too. Well, first 3 points vital. Not sure what Krishnanta was trying to do there. He did it with the hand without the racket. Well left by Krishnanta. Another point won by the Malaysian pair. Very even start. Well, they've already beaten a Malaysian pair, the #1 seeds this week. There's Singapore twosome. They beat Lim Tien Hiao and Tan Wee Kiong in the first round. They could end up being party poopers here, couldn't they? If they beat another Malaysian pair. Good combination that, wasn't it? Did it very well. And covered the court well. Knew his partner was a little off court, did Krishnanta. 4 points in a row for the Singapore two. Well, they've done exactly what they wanted here, Chris Nanta and Triachuk. They quietened the crowd down. They sucked the life out of the atmosphere. Couldn't get across enough to find the angle there, Chris Nanta. A little bit of indecision, I think, there, which has led to Kim Lim rather netting. Well left, right through his legs. Of course, if it had touched him, he wouldn't have won the point. Oh dear, gives it straight back. And that brings up the interval as well. So not all going to plan for Go and Lim. Chris Nanta and Triachuk have done what they needed to do and have the edge here. Serve into the net from Lim. There's not even close to going over. 11-8 then. The Singapore pair lead at the interval. Well, they had a poor start yesterday, didn't they? Go and Lim, and I just felt when they got a little more aggressive in their game, they were playing at their best then. Just a little too passive, you feel, in the opening exchanges here. Covered the front of the court well there, Chris Nanta. They're playing well, the Singapore pair. Not allowing. Oh dear. Well, a few mistakes on serve now. They're cheap points, aren't they? Men's doubles, when it's at its best, you get some really wonderful fast-paced rallies. Really haven't seen very much of that so far, have we? Well, here's a rally for you. No sooner said than done. They're They're looking very solid, aren't they, right now? Chris Nanter and Triachat. Right at the feet of Lim there. They're struggling right now, but plenty of life in this match yet. Managing to place it right between the two players. Haven't really been able to get on a run of points, have they? Go and Lim. Not really been able to build up a head of steam. Oh, well recovered. Well put away in the end, though. Not easy to play from your knees, is it? He's a big guy, isn't he? Try a chart, but he gets around well. Yeah, that's in. Well, they're looking for their first success as a men's doubles pair. Triachat and Chris Nanter, and looking good for them right now. Looking very solid. Triachat again, covering the net really well. Well, they're going to need to regroup quickly here, Lim and Go, because things are slipping away. Reactions nice. Look one way, play at the other. Just didn't get that quite right, try chart. And a mistake from Chris Nanta, and well, it's tightened up a little, 3 points in a row. Is this their moment, the Malaysian pair, to start and seize some initiative in this? Right at the head, though, from Chris Nanta at Lim. Oh, perfect, really. Nothing your opponent can do about that. Well, the umpire allowing them to have a rub down, really. It's only potentially 2 points away from the end of the first set. But, it is now game points. Well, not easy for Triachard and Chris Nanta here coming out. Final match of the day. The crowd against you. But they have come out and done a very professional job so far. And a point away now from the opening game. And they've got it. Excellent game from the Singapore pair. And Danny Krishnanta and Triachut are the dominant pair in this opening game. Go and Lim manages to get themselves out in front early on, but after that, it was pretty much one-way traffic. Triachut and Krishnanta taking that opening game by 21 points to 17. Well, they've got to come out fighting here, haven't they? Go and Lim, otherwise Malaysian hopes of a title at this Malaysia Grand Prix gold will be gone. Can they raise their game? Because that's what they're going to have to do. Especially with the level that Krishnanta and Triachut have been playing at so far. maybe it's just the tension, maybe the occasion, but Go and Lim really haven't been able to crank up any kind of rhythm, have they? Made the quarterfinals of the Korean Open, the quarterfinals at the German Open Grand Prix Gold as well. As well as that win, of course, in Malaysia in January. To make it a hat-trick of titles on home soil, but could be a massive day for Krishnanta and Triachard, of course. You know, they're looking to get off the mark together. Oh, disappointment from Go. And tried to leave it, hoping it wouldn't make it, but it did. Well, remember the noise that we had at the start of the first game? Now listen to the noise. Well, you can't really, there isn't much. And that's the job that Krishnanta and Triachard have done. They've sucked the spirit out of the crowd. They've demoralized their opponents as well. You have to give them a lot of credit for that. Now can they see it through? And that didn't make it. Yeah, landed in. Oh, ahead now. Oh, mistake by Go. He left it, it landed well in. Wasn't even close to going out this. I think that was more in hope than any kind of know-how. Well, this is as good a run as they've had in the match, isn't it? They've won 5 of the last 6 points. delay here. It's just that some of the players being put off by some of the flash photography. To be fair, it's been going on most of the night, or the afternoon, I should say. But obviously the players noticing it makes a difference. Every time there's a brief flicker of hope for the Malaysian pair, back come the Singaporeans to extinguish it. 9-all now. Well, the crowd are doing their best to try and lift their compatriots out on court. But it's the Singapore pair that just keep coming up with the answers, don't they? Oh, lovely net play by Krishnanta. And that's well wide from Lim. And it's an interval lead once again for Triachard and Krishnanta. They have played really well in this game. Look how Krishnanta covered the front of that court there and got himself into position. Already a game up, and now 11-10 up in the second. Can they fight back here, Go and Lim, or is it going to be one-way traffic for Krishnanta and Triachard? Well, does the finals of this Malaysia Grand Prix Gold event end here? Or can Go and Lim raise their spirits, lift the noise, and take us into a third and deciding game? Oh, well played, very well played. Krishnanta there, really sticking to his guns. They're playing very well, aren't they? Well, it's hard from where we sit right now, isn't it, to see how they are going to turn this match on its head. Not just because they seem a little fat, it's because their opponents are playing so solidly. Their title defence is loosening here. Well, of course, Lee Chong-wei won the men's singles in the first 4 years of this event. Koo and Tan have won the men's doubles on 2 occasions. Of course, Go and Lim here, they beat Koo and Tan in last year's edition. Jenny Hui and Wong Pei won in the women's doubles. There's been mixed double success as well for Chan and Go. But it looks as if there may be no success in 2014 for Malaysia in this Grand Prix Gold event. Unless the unlikely can happen here. Well, got a little closer. Well, Singapore have never won a title of the Malaysia Grand Prix Gold. That's well out. It's 15-all. Can they dig themselves out of this hole? And the pressure's going to be on these two because they've not won a tournament together, you know, and that comes with its own added pressures, doesn't it? Especially the closer you get to that finishing line and achieving that goal. Four straight points. That was a biggie, wasn't it? Krishnanta really getting a good angle on this, right at the feet of Go. Well, tantalisingly poised, isn't it? Well, a little bit more belief amongst the crowd as well. Turning out to be a big rally, this one. Oh! Just cleared the net from Krishnanta. I think Go may have thought it was going in the net. Just gets it over there, touches the net cord on its way, and that was enough to put go off. 17-all. Potentially, Krishnanta and Triachut are 4 points away from victory. Well, Lim trying a delaying tactic here, just to put a bit more pressure on the Krishnanta serve. Oh, excellent return. Maybe there is life in this match just yet. (15-11) up they were in this second game. Oh no. The Malaysian crowd can't believe it. What a time to serve it short. Just caught the net. Triachut happy to leave it, and quite rightly so. It's 18-all, but that's what pressure does. Just trying to bite off a little more than he could chew there. And now it's 19-18, clash of rackets. And his hope that was there briefly and flickered, now ending right here. They've not given up yet, have they? Nothing to lose now. Lim finding the power to force their opponents back. Oh, brilliant from Krishnanta. It's match point. Huge moment for Jayut Triachut and Dani Bawa Krishnanta. They've taken on their opponents, they've taken on their crowd, and now they stand on the verge of an historic victory. Match point saved. Real determination on the face of Lim Kim Hwa there. Certainly been the more assertive of the two Malaysian players. Oh, brilliant defending. Well, they couldn't stop it in the end. It's a second match point. Krishnanta's power in the end, just too much. Hanging on, aren't they? Clinging on. Here we go again. No, Lim wasn't ready. Umpire allowing it to be taken again. It was a pretty good serve as well. Can he find it again? Here, try a shot. Oh my goodness! A touch of luck, but they've deserved this victory. They've been superb, Krishnanta and Triachat. A first victory for them, a huge hug. Disappointment for the home crowd, disappointment for Go and Lim as they let go of their title, but it was a super display from Triachat and Danny Krishnanta. Singapore have their first title at the Malaysia Grand Prix Gold. They fought against the odds here. The biggest celebration of the day. The let cord helped them out right at the end. And the second match point, enough for them to take this in straight games. 21-17, 22-20. Well, the first time, isn't it? This event's been going since 2009, and the first time that Malaysia come away without a win in any of the disciplines. But it's the first time as well that Singapore have come away with a title. And it's Triachat and Danny Krishnanta who do it here for Singapore. Started the week 281st in the world rankings. I think they might go up a place or two after these results are calculated. Beat the #1 seeds, beat the #2 seeds. It's been an impressive week from them. Your first international title as a men's doubles pair. You won't forget this week in a hurry. You can see they're buzzing still, aren't they? Especially Triachat. He looks really, really satisfied with the victory. They were the superior outfit on the day.
Ladies and gentlemen,
well, some have decided they're not going to stick around for this ceremony. Most of the crowd have decided they've seen enough. I don't think these two care how many people are inside the stadium now. They quietened them down as the match went on, and now they forced them to head for the exit gates.
with great pleasure, we now invite Mr. Shahril Basir, Secretary of the Organizing Committee, YONEX-SUNRISE Malaysia Grand Prix Gold 2014, to invite and accompany Yang Berusaha, Mr. Mak Rasid Jahlil, President Johor State Badminton Association, Vice President Badminton Association of Malaysia, and Encik Kenny Goh Chi Kiong, General Manager Badminton Association of Malaysia, and Yang Berbahagia Datuk Khoo Kai Hua from YONEX-SUNRISE to give away prizes to the winners. Runner-up, Go Bisham Lim Kim Wah, Malaysia.
Well, they were the only Malaysians to reach the final, but they couldn't produce their best in this match against a Singapore pair that proved just too good for them. Just the runners-up medals for Go and Lim.
Champion, Denny Bawa Krishnanta, Chayu Triachat, Singapore.
Worthy winners, you have to say. Krishnanta and Triachat taking the victory in the final match of the day.
We call upon Yang Berbahagia Datuk Khoo Kai Hua to present mock check to the winners.
And a lucrative week as well.
Thank you Yang Berusaha Encik Mak Rasid, Encik Kenny Goh, and Yang Berbahagia Datuk Khoo Kai Hua for giving away prizes to the winners.
Well, that concludes the prize giving and concludes the day, doesn't it? here at the Pasir Gudang Municipal Stadium in Johor Bahru.
Dengan berakhirnya upacara penyampaian hadiah itu
Singapore victory at the end of the day, in which China came up with 3 victories, one for Indonesia and one for Singapore. Well, it's been an excellent day, hasn't it? 2 wins in the day as well for Huang Yachong. First up in the women's doubles, then she took it with Liu in the mixed doubles as well. Shui Yao overcame a good start from Firdasari to claim the women's singles title. But Indonesia had some joy in the men's singles, with Simon Santoso coming through in 3 games. Probably the game of the day against Suravarma, who came so close himself. Pretty easy for Liu and Huang then in that mixed doubles match. And then we had Malaysian despair right at the end in the men's doubles, as Krishnanta and Chayachat took the joy. Well, I hope you enjoyed the coverage. I'm Richard Kaufman, and we hope to see you again very soon.